This is the Scholarlynk news for 15th December 2020. Visitors from Taiwan to Singapore will be able to come into Singapore and not be quarantined from this Friday. This is provided they test negative for COVID-19 upon arrival. This will also apply to Singapore citizens and permanent residents returning from Taiwan. This was a one-sided decision taken by Singapore, as leisure and social visits by foreigners to Taiwan are still banned. This decision was made as Taiwan has a comprehensive public health surveillance system that has worked well to control the spread of the coronavirus. Taiwan's foreign ministry foresees that with Singapore relaxing quarantine restrictions for Taiwanese travelers, safe travel between both countries would gradually be allowed as mutual trust is built. Singapore has recently unilaterally opened up to Australia, Brunei, China, New Zealand, and Vietnam. Think about it. Why has Singapore decided to take the first step of opening up to other countries when these countries do not open up to travelers from Singapore? What are the benefits for Singapore? Pro-democracy demonstrators in Bangkok are calling for the abolition of Thailand's strict lese majesty laws, which forbid defamation of key members of the monarchy. One protest leader has submitted a letter to the United Nations urging it to pressure the Thai government to stop using the lese majesty laws as it prevents people from expressing their opinions freely. He also said that the pro democracy movement will be sending representatives to the Human Rights Conference in May 2021. Many in the movement feel that the monarchy, which is a constitutional monarchy, holds too much power. Others opposed to this feel that the monarchy is an integral part of Thai national identity. The royal defamation law had not been enforced for 3 years after the current king informed the government that he did not want to see it used. However, the group Thai Lawyers for Human Rights has informed that 23 people have been charged under the law since last month. Think about it. What do you think are the chances that the lesser majesty laws will be removed, considering that many in the army support the monarchy? South Korea will mobilize the military to help frontline workers in Seoul deal with a huge increase in coronavirus infections. There were 689 new infections reported recently, with the death toll and number of critical care patients rising as well. Most of the new cases were locally transmitted. During much of the summer earlier in the year, a combination of contact tracing, testing, and quarantines kept new infections below 50 cases a day. The authorities have had to set up hospital beds in shipping containers to ease the strain on medical facilities due to the increase in cases. Around 800 military, police, and government workers will be dispatched to every district of the Greater Seoul area to track down people who might potentially be infected with the coronavirus. The authorities have also been in talks with a cold storage logistics facility to arrange for storage and distribution of the COVID 19 vaccines. Think about it. Aside from tracking down potential patients, how else do you think the military can be utilized to help slow the current wave of infections? In the United States, a prototype of the future SpaceX rocket, Starship, has crashed in an explosion during a test launch. But the mood at SpaceX remained positive, as parts of the launch, such as the takeoff, change of position in flight, and the precise landing trajectory, were all successful. The founder of SpaceX explained that a landing speed that was too fast was the cause of the crash. This was not the first launch, as smaller prototypes have already launched a few hundred meters into the air as part of earlier tests. This most recent test was meant to check the aerodynamics of the huge metal body of Starship and its three engines. Construction on the next prototype is almost finished. The flights are taking place in an almost deserted part of southern Texas, so that any problems with the flights would unlikely cause any type of damage. SpaceX hopes to use Starship in its future Mars missions. Think about it. For such new technologies, is success measured in terms of whether objectives are met or by how much data can be collected to improve future designs? The US Food and Drug Administration has authorized emergency use of the COVID 19 vaccine developed by Pfizer and BioNTech. Senior health officials stated that it is remarkable that the vaccine is available less than a year after the virus was discovered. Pfizer has said that it will only take a few days to deliver millions of doses of the vaccine to locations across the US and that it can produce 50 million doses by the end of the year. The estimate is that if 70% of the country is vaccinated, the resulting herd immunity will not give the virus easy avenues to spread. However, health experts warned that the vaccine is not an overnight solution and that there will still be many months of infection prevention as the vaccines are rolled out. Most states have designated healthcare workers and residents of nursing homes to receive the vaccine first. Think about it. Perhaps the largest obstacle to the above campaign is the large number of people opposed to getting vaccinated. How would you try to convince these people to get the shot? This brings us to the end of today's edition of the news. Please subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified of our new videos. As always, this is the Scholarlynk team saying goodbye and wishing you a wonderful rest of the day.